Thank you very much for tuning in. This is a recording for the upcoming Mercury Retrograde. This is a very important one. It is starting on July 18th around 12:45 a.m. Eastern Daytime Zone. So please check where your Leo house covers in your chart because that is going to be the highlight of this Mercury retrograde. And this Mercury retrograde will cover the degrees between 15 degrees of Leo up to 4 degrees of Leo. And this retrograde, even at the moment of pre-shadow period, which is the degree where Mercury got to the point of 4 degrees of Leo, this Mercury opposed Pluto. And then when Mercury retrograde back to that 4 degrees of Leo on August 11th, Mercury will once again oppose Pluto at 2 degrees of Aquarius. So this retrograde holds a very strong energies of Pluto, which is all about depth, metamorphosis, transformation, death, rebirth, renewal of our mind. So this is a really important reflective re-evaluation period. Retrograde is always about re-evaluation, redirection, right? Recharging, reflecting, relaxing, and all the thing, right? Rethinking, all that. And then also this can be a very evolutionary, transformative, new and different Mercury retrograde because of the fact that Uranus is now in Gemini. So what is this new, this is a very important one because Uranus hasn't been in Gemini the past 84 years, right? So this is a very new energy and we pay attention to what is going on in Gemini because Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, and there are just really important things happening in those two houses because first Mercury is now in Gemini and the themes of Mercury retrograde can hold the essence of Uranus archetype. Uranus archetype is very unique, outside the box, different, innovative, futuristic. It never likes to be the same old, same old. It loves this very authentic, spontaneous, it holds that kind of authentic, spontaneous energy. It's like lightning, like earthquake, like shocking energy, right? Revelation, eye-opening, awakening, ascension, all those kind of themes can put color, can be the color theme of this Mercury retrograde. And with that, what is happening with the Virgo sector is that Mars is in Virgo in conjunction with South Node. Mars South Node conjunction comes to exact on a few days after this ingress. I think it's happening on July 20th when Mercury, Mars, and South Node comes to exact conjunction. But under this energy of the Mercury starting to its retrograde and then it's not moving, Mars and South nodes are only 2 degrees apart. So this is a very strong theme of purging, releasing. It's the ego purge, right? Mars can represent our ego's needs and wants and attachments. This is the energy with the South Node, the dragon tail sweeping some old energies, old analytical, logical, theories and opinions and how we thought things are supposed to go or things are supposed to be done, all the ideology, concepts, the norms and morals even. There's a cosmic energy that is inviting us to release them. Release what is holding us back. Release what our mind thinks what is real and unreal, or what is possible and what is impossible. Within this eternal mystery, anything truly is possible. Our body, our mind, this physical manifestation of being belong to this earthly realm, but unmanifested Purusha in yogic term, this divine spark of immortal eternal essence belong to that realm of eternity always. So this, I feel like this Mercury retrograde is all about returning back to that spark of spirit somehow, and releasing some of that humanness, some of that rigidity, down to earth checklist of things and detail oriented things and responsibilities. There can be this energy. To me, Mars and South Node conjunction is dropping the weights down. Whatever that is holding us back, in order for us to fly, we need to drop the weights. And this Mercury retrograde holds a very strong theme of dropping the weights of responsibilities, and so that we can be more creative, more spontaneous, more childlike, innocent spirit to express who we are more authentically, without caring about the feedbacks or evaluation from others, right? Because that's kind of a Mars energy, caring about how we are being perceived, or not only, I'm not saying Virgo energy is all about that, but Virgo energy can indicate this very logical, analytical, perfectionist mind in a way, too stuck in the details, and so that we can release them, so that we can be more free, like poetic energy, more spontaneous energy in the realm of art and divinity. There is no right or wrong, right? That kind of spirit is the spirit that we want to tap into under this Mercury retrograde. At the moment of this ingress, or starting point of this Mercury retrograde, another planet that is in Gemini is Venus. And Venus is in perfect sextile with Mercury. Venus Mercury archetype is the archetype of a poet, of a writer, or a musician, creatively expressing however way. Under this energy, we want to sing, we want to hum, we want to skip through whatever, dance, dance, dance. This is a Mercury retrograde which wants to set us free. So archetype of Mercury in Leo, the lion, the empress, the strength card is ruled by Leo. But it is the energy of creative expression. It is boldness. It is confidence. It is courageous, wild, open heart. Leo rules our spine and our heart, right? It's the house of our spirit. It is royal commitment to our spirit, to our higher truth. It is, it holds royalty, and it holds kind of a strong, king like lion like power, the almighty energy, because Leo is ruled by the sun, immortal, eternal essence, and the strength of our soul. But also Leo energy holds childlike, pure innocence, childlike, free spirit, which doesn't fear anything, which doesn't care about others or about the circumstances or coincidence of our behaviors. Children and kids are very spontaneous, and they're just in the moment doing the things that they want to do. And that is the essence that we want to tap into under this Mercury retrograde. And in Mercury in Leo, it's the it's taking risks time, even though during the retrograde time it's better not to, you know, they say don't sign contracts or don't overtake responsibilities, or to be more conscious of how we communicate, how we express, and through travels and this and that. But in Leo, there is bold courageousness. Don't even care if something bad is gonna happen. I'm gonna laugh at it. I'm gonna let that be a part of interesting epic story that I'm creating in my life. You know, that kind of wild openness can be the essence of this Mercury retrograde. And also, this is the time that we want to shatter insecurities, shatter and release what is holding us back. That lack of confidence, insecurities, or anything, any doubts that's holding us back. It's not a time, Mercury retrograde is not a time to step into something new and start the journey. We want to wait until at least post retrograde shadow ends, which is at the end of August. And on September 2nd, Mercury ingresses into Virgo. And in early September, that can be the time to start something new. But then eclipse season starts on September 7th. And September 21st is the two set dates of the next eclipse. And it's going to be, you know, wild sorting out of the past. So, you know, starting point really arrives early next year from that bigger picture. But this is gonna be a good time to really ask our own selves a question. What is our higher purpose? What really excites our heart and gives us this pure love and enthusiasm. And this is the period that we want to spark that inner fire to do anything, to create, to write, to express your pure, authentic, God-given power of creativity. You know, God is the ultimate creator, and we each one of us have a gift of very authentic, you know, ways to express our own uniqueness. And then it can be art, it can be writing, it can be cooking, it can be the way that you speak. In so many different ways, this creativity can be expressed. But this is an important one to put a radical new flavor to the way that we express ourselves because of this powerful Uranus present in Gemini. And this is the very first Mercury retrograde with Uranus in Gemini. This Leo sector has been an important sector. And this authentic, like, expression of our own freedom has been a theme that the cosmos is trying to reset us or to align us to the authentic, free creative expression. Because Mars retrograded in Leo and Cancer from December of 2024 into early 2025, right? In 2023, in the summer of 2023, Venus went through its own retrograde in Leo also. And next year, Jupiter is deep into Leo, and then Jupiter will retrograde in Leo. So Leo is a hot spot. And then again, Leo is all about empowerment. And this is the time that we are stepping into our own power, the next new level power. New self is emerging. New reality has been emerging with this Saturn Neptune together, and in Uranus in the new sign, Pluto in the new sign. During this Mercury retrograde, all the outer planets are still in the new sign, even though Saturn and Neptune will dip back into Pisces in September, in October, right? But this is still the moment of initiation, new vision and new awareness and new direction and all of that. And under this Mercury retrograde, the following week, there is going to be a new moon happening, powerful new moon happening at 2 degrees of Leo. And the sun is ingressing into Leo too. This is the final week of sun in Cancer, right? And then at the moment of the final day of let's look into that chart of August 11th, because that is the day that is ending that Mercury retrograde. And at that point, the Venus will be at 4 degrees of Leo. It's gonna be opposing Pluto, right? Again, this Mercury retrograde starts with this energy and it ends with this energy. So it holds next level potential to reshape our mind, to revolutionize our mind. New energy, new mind, new ways of thinking, expressing, all that communication, right? Liberation, true sense of liberation can happen under Mercury Pluto opposition. And then with this energy, Mercury at the end point on August 11th, Mercury will be in sextile with Uranus within 3 degrees, and then Mars will be in Libra in sextile with Mercury. Uranus and Mars will be in trine with one another, right? So this is a Kite archetype, ascension archetype. Uranus in Gemini, speaking with Mars in Libra, speaking with Pluto in Aquarius. This is an air grand trine. Air grand trine is the energy of the messenger, new awareness, awakening. Air is all about change, right? Wind, new wind blowing, new awareness flowing in, new revelations, all that. And this Mercury is the pivotal, the ascension point of a Kite archetype. And then Pluto with that, like a raw primordial metamorphosis that happens within our psyche, within our depth. And with the new mind, we can see ourselves new. We can reborn anew, and we can step into that new, brighter chapter with that new sense of self. And this is a powerful, powerful point of the ending point of the Mercury retrograde. And then also not only all these planets talking to one another, Saturn and Neptune also will be in trine with Mars. If you have any early degree planets in Sag, that's going to create another fire triangle, right? The Star of David archetype can be happening if you have anything in early Sag. But this is huge. This is a very beautiful, powerful point of this Mercury retrograde journey that is aligning. Everything is aligning. Everything is clicking. And in order for this click to really align, we gotta let go of the old self, old mind, old program, old system that we are running our life with. This old mind. This is the point of releasing, deleting old program, creating more space within our mind so our mind can be upgraded into the new so that we can emerge as the new. This is all about release, release, release. And so that like true gift of our essence can emerge. And this is the moment to shine your light. This is a powerful Mercury retrograde, and this is the moment to, really see the bigger dream, bigger dreams. What was your childhood dream? This Mercury in Leo asks. What was the thing that really drove you crazy with excitement? With jolt of happy feelings, this is the moment to return back to that and pursue that. Maybe return back to that old dreams, or this can be the time to start incorporating new dreams that you thought was impossible or ridiculous, or this is nothing. No, nothing is nothing. If you love something, do it. Do it, write, sing, play, whatever. Do. This is the moment of really, start doing something new and live new habits, meditation, all that. Also, Mercury in Leo is the charisma, magnetic force that we each hold within us. Shine brighter, radiate brighter, and that uplifting, light, childlike, innocent energy is so needed today under very heavy, serious, energies are the colors that's overwhelming us. This is the moment that we return back to that light, crystal-like, sun-like energy. I'm doing a very special cosmic reading during this Mercury retrograde. And yeah, if you want me to specifically talk about this Mercury retrograde and upcoming eclipse in relation to your natal chart, please check out my website and request a reading. Yes, I always appreciate your support so much. Thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for liking those videos and sharing those videos or whatever that you do. Or thank you for resonating with my words. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Wishing you a powerful, empowering Mercury retrograde. Yes. Thank you. Peace.